Reading I-Ching. Enthusiasm. Change of lines. What would it feel like to know what will happen ahead of time? The first line of the hexagram is yin. What would you feel if you knew what would happen in the future, when you were at the starting position of reality? Sometimes we often imagine how good it would be, if we could predict what would happen in the future. However, foreseeing the events in the future, may also mean removing the possibility of changes. Even if you are quite confident that you have planned for all the expectable events, and that you have double-checked that everything would go as you planned, you should not be too confident or proud of your plan. The perfect future you dream of, may also ask you to give up a cost that you did not expect. The second line is also yin. What would you do if you knew what would happen in the future, when you are standing in the middle of reality? You should not be too excited or disappointed about knowing the future right now. The future that you predict will happen tomorrow is not happening today yet. You need to deal with tomorrow's problem tomorrow, and today you should faithfully deal with what you need to do now. For those who are not faithful for today's events, tomorrow will not come as rewarding. The third line is also yin. Now, what if you knew what would happen tomorrow, when the day is almost over? Although the previous line told you that you should not be dazzled by the future prospects, and focus on today, it is not wise to simply let things happen, without any attempts of intervention to make it better for you. Of course, there are cases that you have no control over the future outcome. You may not have enough time left, or you may be too weak to make any difference. In such cases, you may feel that there is nothing else you can do, except for waiting for your doom to approach you helplessly. However, no matter how feeble your power is, you should at least try your best to let your will known to others, so that you do not regret later. The fourth line is the only line of yang in this hexagram. Predicting the future is not a gift that can be simply given to you for free. The prediction mentioned here is not the same as prophecy, which is determined to happen in the future by the will of someone high above. What will happen to you in the future is in fact a logical consequence of what has happened in the past, and if you analyze the occurrence of the series of events more deeply, you may be able to find the root cause of the outcome. Your future happiness is not just granted, but is a fruit of your previous endeavors that you have planned, prepared, and executed so far. You must be faithful to every moment you pass by, and continue to create better future for yourself. The fifth line is yin. You cannot create a new future every time. Your mind and body do not flow with new ideas endlessly, nor are they filled with passion for all times. Sometimes it is okay to enjoy your life without a care, and freely walk along the path which your past self may have paved carefully. You do not have to live every day fiercely. When you feel that you hit a slump sometimes, tell yourself that it is because you have outdone yourself until now, and that it is your turn to take some rest, to cool down your brain and muscles. Last line is yin as well. You cannot always do everything as you want. You may not have reached the future you predicted, or achieved the future you wished to realize. You may have become disappointed, because you opened the lid of the future, and found out that what you had thought was certain, was not there at all. You may be regretting that you should not have tried too hard, if you knew that the result would turn out as it is now. However, would it be right to decide to give up, just because you could not predict the future, or because you did not have enough power to change the future? You may have failed, but the fact that you have tried all your best to create a meaningful change for the future, however small it may be, is what matters.